Boys, today we're going to be doing, honestly, one of my favorite things to do. Although, this is my first thing to do. I loved watching these videos before I started making these videos. Before I was a wee lad, I loved watching videos of people predicting who would be the champion in the UFC by the end of next year. So we're going to start our own. We got our rare predictions of who will be champion by the end of 2025. And, I'm putting on my big brain hat on today. I'm going to do some critical thinking on who logically will be champion. And, let's start off with Flyweight. We're not doing any of the women's MMA division because let's all say it together. Who gives a? And let's start off with Flyweight. Flyweight is very easy to predict because let's be honest, Alexandre Pantoja is staying champion. I could 100% see him doing something like I think I'm also going to go through and predict how their year is going to go, who they're going to fight. I think he's only going to fight maybe twice next year, to be honest, because there's no one for him to fight. I could see him fighting maybe Brandon Moreno. I'm seeing Brandon Moreno for some reason. And then the winner of Manel Cap and Kai Kara France. I could see that happening. And then if he fights 3 times this year, it'll be against someone like a Muhammad Mokaev who they bring back. And to be honest, I think he beats all 3 of those dudes fairly easily, except for Muhammad Mokaev. Mokaev I could see being a harder test, but since he's so young in the UFC, and not in the UFC anymore because we know what happened to him, but in MMA as a whole, I think he'll make a few mistakes here and Pantoja will be able to capitalize. But I think it would be a very, very close fight. But I still see Pantoja fighting 2 to 3 times this year and staying champion. That's not going to be for every champion though. To be honest, there's only a handful. Maybe I'm looking right now. I think I have 3 dudes staying champion this year. Let's go to Bantamweight. Bantamweight, the title picture is different than what it is right now. Right now we got Merab Dvalishvili. He's fighting Umar next. I think Umar beats Merab. If that does happen, I could see Umar not being very active either. I think he'll fight one more time in 2025 against someone maybe I could honestly see them doing Sean O'Malley versus Umar next if he gets past Merab, just because I could see them doing the Israel Adesanya treatment for Sean O'Malley and giving him an immediate title shot. Or I could see Sean O'Malley fighting someone like a Corey Sandhagen in the meantime. Because like I said, I don't think Umar's going to be all that active. And I think he also beats Sean O'Malley. And I think he stays champion, only fighting twice this year as the Bantamweight champ. Let's go down to Featherweight. Featherweight, I don't see nobody beating Ilya. I think he's going to... It seems like they're doing Volkanovski for their rematch. I don't know if he knocks out. He probably knocks out Volkanovski. I'm trying to cope so hard, being maybe Volkanovski can survive till the decision, but I don't know. It's gonna be a rejuvenated. He's taking some time off. Regardless, I don't think he beats Ilya. Ilya beats Volkanovski for the second time. Then after that, I don't know if he fights in featherweight again this year. To be honest, I think he might only fight 1 time this year. And because of that, they'll have an interim title shot against Diego Lopez, Mozart Evloev. I could see that happening. But yeah, I think Ilya fights 1 time this year against Alexander Volkanovski. I could see him squeezing in one towards the end of the year against, again, Diego Lopez or Mozart. But again, I think he stays champion. Let's go down. Lightweight division. Islam Makhachev, Arman Tarzukian. Now, this fight is a lot closer than a lot of people think. I don't know what the betting odds are right now, but I think this shit's very, very even. We've seen in the past, Makhachev isn't the boogeyman that everyone is claiming to be. He goes life and death with Volkanovski the first time. He goes life and death against Dustin Poirier. He's not this monster everyone is picturing him to be. That being said, I'm just quickly looking at the odds right now. Arman is a 3.5 times your money back. That's insane. That's hella disrespect. But yeah, I think this is a lot closer. I do think that Makhachev will win. Again, it will be very, very close like all of his other fights, but I think it'll be close. He'll end up getting the win. After that, mark my words, Ilya Topuria is coming up and knocking out Islam Makhachev, being the the second double champ going from featherweight to lightweight in UFC history. And yeah, after that, I don't know what Islam does after that, but it's a very bold prediction. I'm saying it now. Ilia Topuria sometime 2025 moves up, fights Islam Makhachev in one of the biggest fights in UFC, to be honest, and knocks him out cold. With that being said, let's go down to welterweight. Welterweight, I see changing hands as well. Welterweight right now, we have Belal Muhammad. I don't think it's going to take long for us to see Belal versus Shavkat, even though it does seem like both of them are injured. I think we see it, around UFC 315, 14-ish, around there, I would say. And to be honest, I think Belal Muhammad beat Shavkat by a decision. After watching Shavkat versus Ian Gary, I'm not that impressed, to be honest. And in the meantime of all that, Joaquin Buckley, Kamaru Usman. Joaquin Buckley beats Kamaru Usman. Then we see Joaquin Buckley versus Belal Muhammad, and Joaquin Buckley knocks out Belal Muhammad. Mark my words, I think we're going to see a bunch of title changes this year, and a bunch of people that we didn't think would be champion, like Joaquin Buckley. I think this dude becomes champion. I am very impressed with a lot of his performances this year alone. With that being said, I don't know if Buckley defends the belt in 2025. And if he does, I could see him defending it against maybe an Ian Gary. And I would say Buckley has a good chance of beating Ian Gary, but I don't think he defends the belt. I think he fights only twice in 2025, but it's against, again, high quality opponents like Kamaru Usman and the champion Belal Muhammad. Let's keep moving down though. Let's go to middleweight. Middleweight, DDP. I think Dricus beats Sean Strickland in the next coming months here. And then after that, this is the easiest one to predict, After that, Chimaev, I think Chimaev first round submits Dricus, and I think he does that for a bunch of people. I don't know. Honestly, this is what I think is gonna happen. Dricus du Plessis beats Sean Strickland by a 49-48 unanimous decision. I think it's pretty clear, that Dricus won this fight unanimously. After that, I see Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis. Before that, we would have Israel versus Imaivov. I think Izzy actually is going to get that one done. Then we're going to see Chimaev versus Israel Adesanya. I think Chimaev does dirty things to Israel Adesanya. And I think that's how we cap off 2025, with Chimaev being champion and having a title defense against Israel Adesanya on his resume. That being said, we got light heavyweight and heavyweight to go. Heavyweight division, this is nothing but cope. I got Alex Pereira still being champion. I don't want to come to the realization that Alex Pereira is most likely going to lose in 2025, I think, honestly, what I could see happening, which will lead into heavyweight. Let's just go into heavyweight right now. Heavyweight, I got Tom Aspinall. I don't see anyone beating Tom Aspinall in heavyweight, so I got Tom Aspinall here. Beating John Jones or not beating John Jones, I think he will become the undisputed heavyweight champion. But back into light heavyweight, I think Pereira either, we see John Jones will either retire early 2025. They'll need to make a title fight to make Tom the undisputed champion. So we'll see Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira at heavyweight. I could see that happening. If not that, Magomed Ankalaev, I could see him fighting. I see Alex Pereira being a lot less active in 2025. And the lack of activity, I could see it either being 2 fights, going up to heavyweight and then fighting Magomed after that. I'm just praying this dude becomes champion. If he doesn't become champion, if he does lose, I think it will probably be to Magomed Ankalaev. You know how I feel about that dude. Heavyweight, again, I don't see anyone beating Tom Aspinall. With that being said, let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is going to be champion in every single division? Should I just quickly run through the women's division? Women's strawweight, Tatiana Suarez. Women's flyweight, probably Valentina. And then bantamweight, I'm going to say Kayla Harrison. Those are all my champions. Let me know in the comments below your guys's. Thank you guys for watching to the end of the video. With all that being said, there's really not that much else left to say, except for I will see you guys in my next video.